my name is Nathan Loading. I'm a developer advocate here at Camunda, which means that I'm here to represent the voice of the user within the company. So we collect feedback. We work with every team within the company to implement that feedback, but also to learn about the product, create cross-training opportunities. We work with customers.
Now, this makes things very easy for me because imagine what Nathan said, but said with a slightly different accent. That's what I do. The only additional thing I would add to that is on a day-to-day, we probably have more practical sort of access to the product than anyone else in the company. Anytime something new happens or new feature shows up, we dive in immediately, and then we will complain about the docs, we'll complain about the API, and yeah, all brought to you by Niall Deehan. That's my name. And as mentioned, developer advocate, often person who forgets their own name. And I'll be at CamundaCon. The Hack Day is a place where we can sort of create a scenario or some kind of platform for people to jump into Camunda and just start using it for a specific purpose. Now, in the past, we've done things like start with a simple process and tell someone to make it as insane as possible by adding as many different connectors to it. That's always been really quite fun. This time, we're going to do something slightly more sane, which is we're going to try and focus on AI integration, specifically around building AI agents. We're going to get people to understand how Camunda has the ability to build these things, show some folks some stuff, and then they are going to then use that awesome power to build something interesting. Generally speaking, it's a team event, so you get to meet a whole bunch of people who build a lot of things in Camunda with a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different skill sets. So we do end up creating some really, really fun hack days. And of course, at the end of the Hack Day is the Hack Day presentation. So you get to, if you like, you get to show off the stuff you've built to everyone else.
Are there any fun little prizes from the Hack Day this year?
Fun is strictly forbidden on any Hack Day that I've created, but there are prizes. It will not be a balloon hat.
No, I just give those away for free. The whole idea is that during any sort of conference or convention, there's groups of people that just start chatting about a topic in the hallway, but it's usually just, 2 or 3 people. And then there's another 2 or 3 people around the corner talking about the exact same topic. So the idea is to try to give some sort of open space for these topics to have a more formal conversation around it. What we're looking for is for the attendees to show up with a topic that they would love to discuss. We're going to put it up on a board. We're going to separate into groups. We're going to get people to come around those topics. They don't have to be technical topics. Of course, technical topics are welcome, but you can also bring in the business topics. If you want to talk about like running a center of excellence or tips and tricks for that, we can have an unconference topic for that sits right alongside the guys who are trying to develop new connectors or something.
What makes it, I think, a really important addition to the existing agenda is that these are not presentations in the same way that you would in the rest of the conference. These are discussions. You might have somebody who is interested in a topic, puts it up there, but maybe they want to hear people talk about it. They don't necessarily want to lead that discussion. This is something they're just started with, and hey, they're in a room full of people who kind of know this topic already. So this could be a really nice opportunity for somebody to actually get exactly what they want discussed. And it is about discussion, which is really nice.
I think there's going to be a lot around AI, whether it's people who are being skeptical of it, who kind of want to hear from other users from AI, why they're trusting it, how are they implementing it in their systems, or coming from somebody who's just really enthusiastic about it, is really excited about the possibilities, and want to get other people excited about it too. I can also see some hot topics around migration. Coming from C7 to C8. We do have a master class on that.
I agree. The other thing I would tackle, or I hope to hear about, is because 8.7, that release is packed with new stuff that Camunda has never released before. We have robotic process automation now native. We have intelligent document processing. I've learned so many new acronyms for this release, you have no idea. And we have, of course, co-pilots and stuff like that, all added as part of the release. CamundaCon comes really fast after that release. So I fully expect people to have a whole bunch of use cases they want to discuss and find out how Camunda can help them in those particular regard.
I'll let Niall go first.
Oh, thank you. Just when I had nothing ready or in the chamber for this.
Oh, I can go.
Actually, yeah, you go first.
Okay, so unlike Niall, I'm very clear on what I'm most excited about. It's a very obvious, and that's of course meeting everybody in person. I love the people that I work with, and then the same goes for our community as well. All of those customers, all of those partners, most of our interactions are through email, through text, through forum posts, and we get to see, a little avatar of everybody, and that's how we know each other. And it's really great to just sit down and chat for 5 minutes, for an hour, whatever it might be, and just have the conversations that you can't easily have virtually. Just get to know everybody a little bit better. 100%, that's the best thing about CamundaCon.
I disagree. No, I obviously, yeah. So obviously Nathan stole what I was going to say verbatim. So I'm going to have to think of something else now. But actually, I really look forward to live demos in particular. That is something I thoroughly enjoy. Across the conference, you're going to find a lot of really smart tech folk who get up and run a demo that they have done a load of times in front of everybody and take questions. First of all, it's a very dangerous thing to do. It's a very exciting thing. But also what it does is it shows you stuff running, and there's nothing better. I love seeing other people executing stuff they have built with Camunda. That always makes me really excited. So I'm looking forward to that, and also the excitement in general of live demos. So that should be a really fun part. Additionally to seeing other people, which is also something I like. If you see myself or Nathan wandering around looking lonely, come over and say hi. I really, really like when people if you've sent me an email in the past, or I've answered a forum question and we've had a discussion there, I'm sure it's the same for Nathan. Do come up and say hi. I really enjoy these conversations. I love putting a face to a forum post, and so or any other reason we might have communicated. So do that.
Yes, absolutely. And I will, as alluded to earlier, I will have a balloon hat on. I'm very hard to miss. We want to stand out in the crowd. We want you to come up, talk to us, ask us your questions. We're happy to make connections with other team members. If you need assistance with something, that's what we're there for. If you see us walking around, grab us, have a chat.
Yeah, I don't need to be easy to find. I'll be beside some weirdo with a balloon hat, so I'm good.